This week on ETalk, we quiz our hosts with some service-themed trivia, we talk to Elon execs about a record-breaking fundraiser, we see what it was like dancing #FTK, and we talk to students about their alternative service trips. All that and more coming up. Hello everyone, and welcome to ETalk, where we talk everything from LA to Elon. I'm Rachel, here with my lovely co-hosts Madison, Caroline, and Mary, and we're going to give you the scoop. So I'll start us off. So I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with what's been going on with the singer Kesha and her former producer, Dr. Luke. She was in that contract with him that she can't get out of, and she accused him of being abusive towards her. So J-Lo recently released a song called Not Yo Mama, which is kind of like a girl power song about when your man is acting like a baby. No, I'm not your mama.
But she is a mama.
Yeah.
Oh, but she's not his.
No,
You know
but
what?
not his mama.
Could it be her talking about her young boyfriend?
So anyway, we don't know. But what we do know is it caused a lot of controversy because Dr. Luke produced the song. And people are saying, you know, J-Lo, a lot of artists have been coming out in defense of Kesha. You're kind of supporting Dr. Luke by still working with him. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a statement, or do you think she's just trying to make music?
My guess is that what the song has been in, like, they've been working on it for a long time, much before all of this has come out. And I mean, it's the same thing with Kesha. She can't get out of her contract with Dr. Luke. Like, who says J-Lo can all of a sudden get out of her contract with Dr. Luke? So, like, it was sort of like a catch-22 for her, where it's like she could either not release her song, not make any money, get herself in a legal battle, or she could release a song, not have to go into a legal battle potentially. And, you know, I don't know. So I think
it's also too bad for her because her whole new song is being overshadowed by this controversy, and it's not like she's necessarily supporting Kesha. Yeah, the song is great. And it's not like she's supporting Kesha one way or Dr. Luke the other. And you're right, it was probably in the works way before.
She probably had no idea, you know, whereas like Kesha and Dr. Luke worked on like everything together. I'm guessing this was just a one-off. I doubt they really interacted that much. Like, so I think it was just really bad timing and really unfortunate circumstances.
I totally agree. Like, you have to pay the bills somehow, you know, and they're already working it beforehand. Obviously, I don't like she supports Dr. Luke, but I mean, what are you going to do? You don't want to get in a legal contract battle again, another controversy.
Exactly.
But speaking of controversy, there's actually kind of, YouTube has started their own original series. They're following the lead of Netflix and Amazon. Don't know if it's actually up to par with Netflix. I mean, Netflix original series are obviously awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
But Amazon isn't quite up to speed with them. But YouTube seem a little bit strange to me. I watched a commercial for this one called Foursome, which has a misleading title. It's actually about like young teens, like preteens.
It's about like 4 friends in high school.
Yeah,
and friends in high school.
And it has like, it's kind of like a boot camp to make them popular and stuff. It seems very much like a Nickelodeon show, so I don't know if any of you guys have seen the commercials or seen the actual shows. Maybe the shows are completely free. Like, you can just watch them.
Honestly, I say I won't watch it, but then I probably will if it's free and it's on
like
YouTube.
real actors, or is it YouTubers?
No, it's YouTube. I've seen a few commercials for them, for one called Dance Camp that looks like a real
Oh my gosh, it
Another
looks
one.
like the worst.
I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, I don't recognize all of them, but just in the way that their acting is, I'm gonna take a safe assumption and say some of them I do recognize and others I don't, but I'm gonna assume that they are YouTube stars, not professional
Hey, what
actors.
if Justin Bieber guest starred? Because
He
he
is a YouTube
originally
star.
was a YouTube star.
I'm gonna say no, but
I thought
think he's
YouTube's
beyond
thing
that.
was trying to not be like TV and make traditional media.
That's where the money
like,
is, you know?
Yeah,
I
and I
don't
think
know.
they're
Money
still
runs
sticking
everything.
to like the original content, because I know
Yeah, that's true.
YouTube got in trouble like last year. They had their first YouTube awards, except everyone that won the awards were people that were already famous outside of YouTube, and
Very
they,
true.
you know, like music videos and stuff like that, and so they got in trouble with saying you're supposed to support media content, but you
I get
aren't.
that.
But yeah.
Well, speaking of television shows, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the show Gilmore Girls, but they are doing a revamp, which is so exciting. And the one character who was supposedly not coming back due to contract issues and scheduling was Melissa McCarthy, who played Suki. But recently on the Ellen show, she went on and announced that she was coming back.
So excited.
Which is
I'm excited.
honestly the best news ever, and just the
no exaggeration.
No exaggeration. I might have cried a little bit when I read the headline and sent it to all my friends, because you know that was the one thing holding the show back from being complete. And I know Amy Sherman-Palladino really wanted her, who's the creator, really wanted Melissa back, and they finally figured out the scheduling, so I'm really excited to see Suki.
I think it would have been really hard to cover up the fact that she wasn't there in the storyline, because she's not a minor character.
No,
she's a major
there.
character. She's in every single episode.
And I feel like it'd be that awkward thing where somebody would be like, "Where's Suki?" and they'd be like, "Paris must be great," or like something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, also what makes me
Like
really
in Fuller
sad.
House with the twins.
Yeah, when they're like, they're building their fashion empire in New York, and then they all look at the camera.
I like cringed. I was
That
like,
was so painful.
Yeah, it was really uncomfortable.
I'm sad because the grandpa, Richard Gilmore, he passed away a little while ago, so he won't be there. Which
and I saw
think is
pictures
really
of
sad.
Emily Gilmore, and she just looks like incomplete without Richard.
I know.
standing
She also
next to her.
thinks she got some work done. She looks great, but like those lips aren't natural.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
My real question is, who is Rory going to end up with in the show? If she does end up with anyone, I'm Team Logan.
No.
Yeah.
Team Jess.
I'm
Team Jess,
Logan.
Everybody. Team Jess.
I'm Team Jess towards the end, but like Logan is just so, you just fall in love with him.
But I fell in love with the bad boy of Jess.
But Logan's kind of bad boy too.
In his own way.
He has
But
that bad
anyways,
boy vibe.
speaking of good news,
Weddings.
And weddings. This past weekend, Jason Wu married his longtime partner, Gustavo Rangel, who's actually the CFO of his company. And so one of the things they're talking about is, how have you made it work for so long and how can you get married? And he was talking about how they leave work, at the door, they keep work at work, they keep home at home, which I think is really great to work. And they have been together for a long time, considering they met 2005 New Year's Eve, which is so romantic.
My heart.
Honestly, I'm just wondering why a New Year's story hasn't happened for me yet. Everybody builds up these great expectations for New
High School
Year's.
Musical. That's where it started.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. The OC, there's so many climactic moments in television and kind of in the celebrity world, I think, that build up the New Year's holiday, and then I'm like home alone eating popcorn, watching the ball drop. So.
I usually kiss my dog.
Yeah, my dog.
At least, it could be worse. It could be an unwanted New Year's Eve kiss. But anyways, they got married in Mexico, and I think it was like a pretty small ceremony in Tulum. I've heard of it. It sounds fancy. But anyways,
I'm sure it
I
was
thought that
very
was
fancy.
I'm sure it was. And then
Sounds
everyone
nice.
invited obviously was like famous fashion bloggers and other fashion designers and
It's
different
happy to hear like a
actresses.
happy ending. You don't really hear those a lot. A lot of the like celebrity news is bad
Breakups.
things.
Yeah.
Breakups, divorces.
Well,
but
that is
that's happy
a
to
lovely
hear.
way to end this. Coming up, Madison, Caroline, Mary, and I test our knowledge of some of the human rights issues in the world. Stay tuned.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Hey, I'm Tyler Perry. Do you know what hunger in America looks like? Well, it has many faces, and 16 million of those belong to children. Yet billions of pounds of food go to waste each year, and this is unacceptable. you can be a part of the solution. Join us in supporting the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks, which rescues our surplus foods and provides meals to many families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org today. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Hey, ETalkers, I'm back with Rachel, Caroline, and Mary to play a service-themed trivia game. We're splitting up into 2 teams and competing against each other to see who can answer the questions the fastest, true and false style. Let's get started. So I guess it's dynamic duo.
All right, cool. We get
Mary
it.
and Caroline.
Okay, so are we not the...
Internet access is considered a basic human right.
I'm going to say true. We talked about this in Com 100.
I don't think it's true in America. It's true in like Denmark or something. I think it's false for America.
Okay,
yeah.
whatever.
Well,
True.
What?
Whoa. Yeah.
in
Talked about it in Com 100.
nations-
We were in the same
nations
class,
declared
Madison.
it
Come on.
as one.
What are you gonna do? Yikes. There are less than 300,000 child soldiers in conflicts around the
Definitely
world.
false.
I think that's
False.
definitely
Why is
false.
it less
Definitely
then?
false.
Shouldn't it be like more?
That's
No,
that's what makes it
that's
false.
what makes it...
Oh, okay.
It's a trick.
I'm totally confused.
Unless we're all
False.
Yeah.
There are
Yes.
more. I was
There are
like,
more
wait.
than-
Definitely, definitely.
Okay.
And that's a really sad number.
Yeah, that, I mean, like, I know this is a fun game. That's sad.
About 121 million children have never had the chance to attend school or have been forced to drop out. I'm gonna say yes because
True.
I'm gonna say true. Yeah,
Really sad.
which is horribly sad.
True.
Economic and gender restrictions prevent schooling.
Oh.
This is...
This
Okay,
is
well, at least
depressing.
this is bringing a real-world concept to
Yeah.
a
It's like
show
a
that
discussion.
focuses on, you know, celebrities.
Generally fun
and-
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. There are more than 6.6 million people that are internally displaced. Yes, true.
True.
True. That sounds
I feel like we're working together.
true.
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 As a group.
We're not teams.
Yeah.
We're one team.
Yeah.
One team combating the problems of the world.
More than 220,000 have been killed in the Syrian civil war, with half believed to be citizens. I'm gonna say true.
I would say true.
But I feel like there's been a lot of trues. But I'm gonna say true.
But I
I'm
feel
going
like
to say true.
this is true. Yeah.
Okay,
The
Numbers
are still rising.
Numbers are still
yeah.
rising. It's a serious epidemic. I think that it's something that needs to be discussed more.
Yeah, definitely.
Most Syrian refugees are displaced in the United States and Europe. I would say false.
I want to say false.
I'd
because
say
there's
false
been-
as well.
I'd say false. I'd say
They're-
Europe, but not the
They're
United
mainly
States.
in Middle Eastern countries in
Yeah.
places
Yeah,
like
that would make
Greece,
more sense to
Turkey.
me.
I think don't some go to New Zealand as well?
Yeah, some of
Oh,
them.
most false. Most reside in
Jordan.
Jordan.
Oh, Len.
Yeah.
Okay. Get on the Bus is a program that runs throughout the school year where a biobus will bring students to different service. I'm going to go with
True.
true.
Yes,
You
it
should
is
do
true.
it.
It is true.
Oh,
Elon!
oh my goodness. It's false?
Well, it runs in September.
Okay,
and
that is a
October.
trick. That
Okay,
is
so that was a
specifically
trick.
designed to be a trick question.
I feel targeted.
Victimized, actually.
Campus Kitchen solely gets its food from donations from Aramark. I don't think so.
I
False.
feel like they ask us to contribute.
Oh, really? I feel like
and
it's going to be true.
I think the community.
Oh, false.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the
Yeah.
community garden
Yeah.
gets some of
that's
it.
so nice.
Yeah, that would not. Be.
Elon University has 2 service fraternities. I
No,
think
we
they might
have
even have 3.
Yeah, I think they have 3
False.
or 4.
False. Watch us only have 1.
Come on, Elon.
True.
No! But it's okay because that's how much faith we had in this university.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, we're like 70% correct so far, so I think
Okay,
we're doing
I'm
well.
feeling good.
Speak Out for Syria is an organization on Elon's campus.
I
True.
think
Is it
it
Melissa?
is true.
Melissa.
In charge of that?
Oh, Melissa, shout out. True.
You can join in
and
help bring refugee awareness. Yay! What a great
Guys,
cause,
everybody
really.
should join that.
Okay,
we're talking to you.
I think we did pretty well.
I would say that was an A+.
I think
but
we're all winners because
am I
we
to
just
say?
learned a lot of valuable things.
we did.
And we're teaching people.
Well, that's all the time we have for now, but don't go anywhere because up next, Rachel talks to Bree McCullen to learn more about how this year's Elon-thon went.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
Hey, I'm Tyler Perry. Do you know what hunger in America looks like? Well, it has many faces, and 16 million of those belong to children. Yet billions of pounds of food go to waste each year, and this is unacceptable. You can be a part of the solution. Join us in supporting the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks, which rescues our surplus foods and provides meals to many families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org today. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back, everyone. So Elon-thon just happened, and I'm here with Bree McClelland, who is the morale chair for Elon-thon. So Bree, I know this year was a very special Elon-thon. You guys raised a record amount of money. How much money was that? And can you talk a little bit about what went into breaking that record?
So this year, Elon-thon Dance Marathon, we raised $276,720.16 for the kids.
Amazing.
Yes, our original goal for this year was $216,000, and we clearly blew that out of the water, which was
so cool, yeah.
Fantastic. And if I'm gonna be honest, I think we had a lot of in-event fundraising this year, which I think really made a difference, whether it was pie an exec in a face or sending a friend to jail. We had a lot of pushes while we were in event, and people are just, it was really amazing. Everyone and every dancer was so motivated to share their donor drive page on Facebook or Instagram a photo with the link, and everyone was pushing for it, which just made it that much more fun, and I think it really paid off.
Definitely, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, it's just such a big event, and I know I did it last year, just 6 hours, but it was still such an incredible experience. How did you get involved in the event, and how did you kind of lead up to being an exec member?
Sure, I've been involved with Elon-thon all 4 years. While I've been at Elon, I'm a senior this year. And my freshman year, I remember sitting in Elon 101, and a couple of upperclassmen came in and spoke about Elon-thon, and I knew right then I wanted to get involved. So my freshman year, I was on the morale committee, and then my sophomore year, I was on dancer relations committee. My junior year, I was on operations, and then this year, I was the morale chair. So I kind of came full circle.
Definitely.
And for me, this organization really touches my heart. I have a really good family friend who is super sick with cancer, and she actually has had treatments done at a Miracle Network hospital back at home. And so for me, she inspires me, and that's where my inspiration comes from. So every year, without question, I wanted to do 24 hours, and it's just been, every year it's gotten better. It's just been such a great experience.
I feel like everyone who does it is so touched by it. I mean, you hear all these stories, and it's really such an amazing cause. So Morale obviously does the morale dance. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to do that? I know you choreographed it, is that correct? Sort of what went into that, and I know you try to make it fun and incorporate the theme of the Elon-thon. I know this year it was Not All Heroes Wear Capes. Yeah,
So for me going into this year, we thought of our theme over the summer into the fall, and as soon as we finalized the theme as an executive committee, I wanted to make the dance centered around that theme. So pretty much every song of the 5.5 minute mix has something to do with heroes, whether it's I've Got the Power, Another One Bites the Dust, like silly songs like that. And my ultimate goal was just to make people smile while they did the dance. A lot of questions and comments I get about the morale committee is, but I'm not a dancer, like, can I still join? And absolutely, you don't have to be a dancer by any means. It's not meant to be a huge production number. It's just supposed to be fun. And I think this year I had a committee of 51 people, and they all learned the dance super well, super quickly, and they taught it throughout the event for me, and they did such a great job. And all of the 24-hour dancers learned it pretty quickly too. So it was super fun to do that and see people smile while they did it and sing the songs and get really into it.
Definitely, and it is such an important part to keep everyone's morale high, and it's such a fun event. So thank you so much for coming to talk to us. Up next, we're going to watch some footage taken by dancers at this year's Elon-thon.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Come down, cause it's what I love you. Now you got me up upon it. So I'm gonna say it. So gonna be my tears, baby. Cause all I want is you, baby. One more time. I'm gonna say it, baby. I can't let you go.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
And we're back. Today I have with me Julie Newton, who has had many service experiences here at Elon. So what inspired you, first off, to get so involved with service opportunities at Elon and off campus as well?
Well, back at home, I'm from Connecticut. I've been involved in a lot of service work. Just growing up, I went to camp when I was younger, and I was working with younger kids then, even at like 9 or 10. And that kind of inspired me, and I've just loved seeing other people have a smile on their face, and ever since then I've just been involved with service work nonstop since I was probably 10 years old.
Oh, that's amazing. So a little background about yourself first, like what are you majoring in first off?
Right now I'm a junior elementary education major, just that, no minor. I'm currently placed in a 4th grade classroom at North Graham Elementary School. It's an interesting experience, really rewarding. I really do love it.
So out of all of your service experiences that you've done, you know, even since high school or all throughout college, what has been your favorite service experience?
My favorite service experience off campus would probably be the mission trip that I went on in high school to Exuma in the Bahamas, where we helped rebuild a church that had been wrecked from a hurricane. And it was a very rewarding, very hot, but one of the best experiences I've had because I was really immersed in their culture.
That's amazing. And so I know a lot of people either can't make some of the service trips that Elon does because they have other plans during breaks. And so are there any tips or suggestions you would give for people to find service trips outside of Elon?
Maybe service trips, I'm not positive, but I know that there are a lot of service opportunities around campus. For example, I'm a part of the service fraternity Alpha Phi Omega, which is a co-ed fraternity where you're required to do around 25 hours of community service every semester. And they provide opportunities like campus kitchen. There's this thing called Special Fridays, which is my all-time favorite. There's a lot of working with kids, tutoring. You can do this thing called lunch buddies where you go once a week into an elementary school and have lunch with one of the students. They really appreciate it. Burlington Housing Authority, it's also kind of a tutoring program. You can go, for example, I've gone to the animal shelter last weekend, and you just play with the dogs and cats just so that they get some of their energy out. There's many opportunities.
So you mentioned before how Special Fridays is your all-time favorite. What does that include?
Special Fridays is an opportunity that happens once a month where it's basically, well, I have to add, there's a counterpart to it, which is Parents' Night Out. So parents send their kids who have either behavioral problems, some are on the autism spectrum, to Elon Community Church while they go out to dinner or something like that. And a ton of volunteers come and play and hang out with them and just keep them entertained for the night. And then Parents' Night Out is for kids, just not regular kids, but the other kids who can like sit down and watch a movie. This place is a little bit more active.
Oh, that's awesome. And I know you mentioned when we were talking earlier that you went to Costa Rica for winter term, which sounded amazing. What were you doing there?
Well, it was a jungle service conservation trip. So we started off by doing our service portion in San Jose, and we were in the complete dumps. They lived in tin shacks, and it was very sad, but we worked with kids just in school. I was one of the few that actually spoke Spanish, so we were able to communicate through that. And then we painted a lot of murals. I love painting on the side, so we were able to make at least the tin shacks look kind of nice, and that made them happy.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And that's all we have for today. And thanks everyone for watching our show. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Until next time, this is ETalk.